Good evening, happy fans, and welcome to the Oregon High School Thunderbirds Panther Conference Boys Hockey Game. So please welcome our visitors, the Baraboo Thunderbirds, to the ice. And your Oregon Panthers. Also like to welcome tonight's officials, Chase Carlson, Devin Yellow, and Robert Mitchell. Thank you for all you do for these wonderful athletes. And now, tonight's starting lineups. For the Thunderbirds, in net, number 1, Bert Schweda. At defense, number 47, Lucky Hartman. At defense, number 45, Luke Schweda. At wing, number 4, Landon Olson. At wing, number 16, Peyton Sloan. And at center, number 14, Nate Kaiser. Presented by the coach, Coach Lusky. And now, for your Oregon Panthers. In that, a senior, number 30, Brock McFarland. At defense, number 22, a senior, Kyle Varnish. At defense, a junior, number 12, Logan Leatherberry. At wing, a senior, number 2, Ty Zerlich. At wing, a freshman, number 4, James Sherman. And at center, a senior, junior, number 14, Isaac Robier. The Panthers are coached by Larry Clements. Now, please rise.
Hello everybody and welcome inside Oregon Ice Arena, where our Oregon Panthers are set to take on the Thunderbirds as we are ready for the national anthem. All right, Oregon, sorry to rush you in so quickly, but it is hockey time inside Oregon Ice Arena. Noah Bergstrom here in the booth with Derek Westby. Derek, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Great to be here. Happy to be back in the Ice Arena after a little bit of a break. Worth noting, the Panthers picked up a win against Monroe over that break. So good for the boys to pick that one up. And the Panthers are meeting today a Thunderbird team, a Baraboo Thunderbird team that is struggling to say the least, Derek.
Yeah, it looks like Baraboo hasn't won yet this season, so we'll see what happens here.
The Panthers certainly the favorite in this, but Never want to overlook anyone, especially someone that is fighting for that first win. As Shervin with an early chance for Oregon, just in the first 10 seconds, as he finds the puck again in front of the net and gets another shot off. Though this one is covered. Early pressure from James Shervin, the impressive freshman of the Panthers. Rotier set to take the face-off out there with Zerwick and Shervin. This one's won by the Panthers. It comes out to Leatherberry. Leatherberry shot fired and blocked out on the blue line. As Baraboo looks to clear it out, though, it falls right back to Leatherberry. Panthers looking to work things out, though. Rotier missed a pass. The Panthers still with possession. Shervin looking to chase down an errant pass, can't do so. As both teams look to establish possession, Shervin able to win the puck. Long shot fired, though. No real threat. As eventually Cameron chases it down behind the net of Baraboo. Baraboo still looking to get it out, and eventually they do. Panthers looking for re-entry. Here's Jakey. Jakey has a lot of blue shirts in front of him, though, trying to do it all himself. Dumps it out to Dosher. Dosher to Cameron out in front, and that shot was deflected well high and up into the netting. Face off, no clear winner. It's dumped to the side. Mueller, though, falls on it for the Panthers. Mueller out to Karasek. Looking to get a pass out in front, though couldn't do so as a Panther player comes crashing to the ice. Puck escapes back towards the net of the Panthers. Panthers looking to work it out defensively, and they do. Jakey with some room to work with. Has two blue sweaters in front of him, but he's fast. Gets to the face of the net, and he buries a shot. Forehand, backhand, it's too easy. Andrew Jakey has the early lead for Oregon.
That was a nice quick shot.
It certainly was. Andrew Jakey just doing what he continues to do just about every single game. As I mentioned, just so fast. When he has space to work with, he's so crafty. He will get to your goalie one way or another, and the Panthers have a lead with now under 16 minutes left in this first period. Panthers with the early lead, looking to add on. Though Baraboo is able to force the puck out to center ice. Leatherberry now looking for an outlet. Finds one in Nieto. Nieto looking for Anderson. Anderson with some space now. Looks to chip it back to Nieto. As the puck is forced to the corner, comes back out to Barnish. Exchanging passes at the blue line, looking for a tip from Anderson. Couldn't get one. As the puck is now fought for in the near corner. Some hits delivered as Anderson hit the ice. Though still neither team able to come up with the puck. Now it's won by Oregon. A shot fired wide of the net. Linder chases it down for Oregon, though Baraboo able to maintain possession. There's a long shot from Karasek, just looking to get it in the zone as Oregon will change. Baraboo looking to carry it ahead. Zerwick forces his man to the boards. Shot didn't have a whole lot on it, not a real threat. As now Zerwick has some space. Zerwick pressing hard, though. Plenty of Thunderbirds in front of him, able to disrupt it, though. He'll send a man to the ice, and it looks like pick up a penalty in the process. And I believe we're going to get our first look at the Panther PK. Zerwick not too happy with the call. I didn't see a ton there, though. Usually when a player falls face first into the boards like that, there's going to be a penalty called regardless. So Oregon with a lead now does have to fight off this penalty as we have just over 14 minutes to play. Prime chance for Baraboo to get right back in this game. We talked about how they've been struggling, but if they can get one back quickly here and get their confidence back, that would be huge, to say the least. Though, as we talked about in our last game, this is a very successful Panther penalty kill. They've been phenomenal so far. They were phenomenal last season. They've been phenomenal this season. As they start with a clear Dosher, chasing it down, looking to win it shorthanded, though. Can't quite do so. Baraboo will look for re-entry on power play, though. Errant pass Comes all the way back behind the Panther net, and that'll be an icing call. Not what you want to do when you're up a man. This face-off won momentarily by Oregon, though. Stolen right away by Baraboo. Baraboo able to keep the zone. Barnish back. Looking to get Oregon an exit. Finds Dosher. Dosher finds the cross-ice pass, and now Oregon can skate it out. Great pressure as Oregon now has a shorthanded opportunity and a turnover, and they score! It's a shorthanded goal for the Panthers, and they're up 2-0. And I was unable to see who it was right away, though. Jacob Cameron picks up the second goal for the Panthers. Short-handed chance, short-handed goal. Great hustle play to win the puck, and he caps it off with the goal.
Well, and one thing to note is that last penalty was a 5-minute major. So it's going to be a long power play kill.
It certainly will be, but the Panthers will take that all day as they have doubled their lead, short-handed. Baraboo still has plenty of time now, though, to get back into this game, especially with that 5-minute major penalty. The call is boarding on the Zerwick penalty. Karasek back for Oregon, fumbled the puck momentarily, couldn't get a pass off as he's pressed. Shot attempt was fanned on. Now Lindert has a chance if he can split the defenders. Able to do so momentarily, and a shot fired, and it's another shorty. Easton Lindert. More hustle from the penalty kill, and that is 2 shorties on the 5-minute major for the Panthers.
That is quite impressive.
It certainly is. I mentioned how impressive the Panther PK has been, though. 2 shorthanded goals in that time frame is almost unheard of. Just the hustle from the Panthers. Not giving up on pucks, not settling for clears. And they have a 3-0 lead as we are now under 13 to play in the first period. Panthers able to fight the puck out to center ice and eventually momentarily into the Baraboo zone. As there's a turnover, Leatherberry able to pick it up for Oregon. He'll just dump it in. Baraboo just looking to get something back, as the Panthers have played as well as you possibly could throughout the whole game thus far. And it'll be yet another icing, so a face-off back in the Baraboo zone, and they just cannot seem to get anything going.
And with only 12-12 remaining in this period, they're already up by 3. That's pretty good.
Quite the lead, especially when you give up a 5-minute major. As the shot's fired from Karasek, it took a deflection. The goaltender thought he had it, he didn't. It comes out to Dosher. Dosher with a shot, and it's 4-0. Count it, 3 shorties for the Panthers. They're piling it on.
.12:02 remaining. They're already up by 4.
Hard to find anything to complain about from the Panthers side of things. Being up this early 4-0 would be impressive in its own right, but they've been shorthanded almost the entire time. As the face-off at center ice initially came to the Panthers, though Baraboo wins it back. Thunderbirds again, still just looking to get anything going. Just being demoralized on this long penalty. They can't seem to get anything going. A shot fired just escapes the grasp of the Panther netminder, as now Dosher's able to work it out. Worth noting, Keane, the usual netminder, not in the net for the Panthers in this game. Baraboo looking to work it forward, though they just can't put anyone behind the puck. All these dumps are just being picked up by the Panthers right away and sent right back out, as we have another icing call. Face off the center ice. Won by Baraboo. Shervin pressuring initially, though. Eventually Lindert able to dump it in for the Panthers. Shervin the man to chase it down. As we're under 2 minutes on this penalty, though, you wouldn't really know there was a penalty at all the way the game's gone. Leatherberry looking for an outlet for the Panthers. He'll just dump it right back down. Baraboo cannot find any possession whatsoever, despite the extra man. The Panthers, for the moment, just outworking the Thunderbirds. As Shervin now has some room to work with, he'll dump it forward yet again. As he goes for a change, Easton Lindert pins his man to the boards. Unable to win the puck, though, just killing time off of this penalty. Great hustle from Lindert, still the puck in the Baraboo zone. Phenomenal work from Linder, able to eat up time as Anderson hits the ice for Oregon and finds the puck fresh off the bench. Panthers dump it forward yet again, now under a minute on the penalty, just over 10 to play in the period. Anderson with some good work initially to kill time, though, eventually hits the ice and is separated from the puck. Thunderbirds eventually get it into the Panther zone, but again, the Panthers finding it and just immediately sending it back out. No sustained possession from this Thunderbird side. As there's a turnover, Jakey now has a one-on-one. He's streaking ahead, beats his man, the shot off the post. Jakey was just that close to his second. With a little help from the post, it stays out, though. Panthers still with possession, shorthanded, under 30 seconds on the penalty. Baraboo again gets out, but again it falls to the Panthers. Karasek finding his man, or his partner, excuse me, though it is turned right over by Mueller. Shot fired wide of McFarland's net. Hasn't had a whole lot to look at, has McFarland. As Karasek is fighting for the puck for Oregon. Eventually wins it. Great play by Karasek to win possession, and a nice pass to send it out. John McKenzie, number 3 of the Panthers, hitting the ice. Seeing a lot of depth so far in this game. No surprise with the lead. As it comes out to Waddell, long shot fired, bounced off a Baraboo player, though it was wide of the net. Owen Benjamin fighting for the puck in the far corner. Back there with Peterson.
Looks like a delayed penalty coming up.
I believe it will be. And we got to look at our first look at the Panther PK. Now we'll get our first look at the Panther power play.
I don't anticipate a power play lasting long tonight for the Panthers.
You know, the way that the Panthers are playing, I certainly would not either. This is a strong power play unit as well. As Jakey has the puck along the far corner. Sends it behind the net, looking for a pass out in front. Couldn't connect with Dosher. Eventually, Jakey finds it and he scores! Jakey with his second as we have fallen under 9 minutes to play. The Panthers just pouring it on. The Thunderbirds have no response, and it is 5-0 Panthers. Face-off won by Oregon. Zerwick able to dump the puck in as Rotier gives chase. Rotier still fighting as the Thunderbirds exchange passes behind the net. Shervin, good work, able to tie up his man, though the puck comes out to center ice. Mueller for the Panthers looking to chase it down. He does just that. Puck escapes everyone. Will be dumped forward to Shervin. Shervin has some room. He's fast. He can get through nearly all the way. Just lost the puck a little bit in the process. Another good look for Shervin. As the Panthers just maintain this pressure. Almost zero possession for Baraboo so far in this game.
Yeah, it seems like the Thunderbirds struggle with their coordination between their passes.
We have certainly seen a lot of turnovers, which you can't be doing with this scoreline as Jakey fires a shot. Couldn't quite tell if that one made it through or not. Stays out nonetheless. It comes out of front again to Jakey, though some sticks in the way. Leatherberry thought about a shot, gave it off to Dosher. Dosher working it into the far corner. Pass didn't connect. Baraboo looking to get some possession, which they have not had much of, though. Pass picked off by Jacob Cameron and dumped in. Jakey will chase it down. Dosher out to his right. Baraboo looking to work it out, and they just can't get it out of the zone. Eventually they do. Looking like some tired skaters for Baraboo, as well as Jakey now has a little bit of room. Not quite able to cut to the inside as he was forced to the boards. He doesn't need much, but he didn't have quite enough there, as Mueller and Barnish will exchange passes back in their defensive end. Jakey sprung ahead by Nieto, looking to dangle through the center of the ice. Can't quite get there. Shot fired by Mueller. That one didn't have a ton on it. Mueller now with the puck again, looking for another shot. It's fired, and this one's deflected. I believe that came off an Oregon player, as Karasek is back for the Panthers. Some miscommunication in center ice, though. Great hustle from Nieto, able to force the puck forward and eventually win it. He has some options. If he can get a pass out, he does. The shot initially handled. Another shot fired from Linder. That one's wide, though. Karasek keeps the zone for the Panthers. Anderson now forces his man to the boards, gets some help from Lindert. Nieto looking for a pass out in front of the net, though. No one able to win the puck. Eventually it does come free. It finds Karasek, though. He's on his backhand. No shot. As the Panthers just continue to work this possession. They seem to have had it the whole game. As Karasek fires a shot, that one took a deflection from the man in front of him. Nieto with the puck now. Sends it up top to Barnish, looking to exchange passes, though. Didn't quite work out. Anderson fights his man to the boards as the Panthers look to win the puck back. So the Thunderbirds, for the moment, stay on top of it. And eventually they'll dump it out. This one will be on target, so no icing. That's about the only shot McFarland's faced here in these past few minutes, if you even want to call that a shot. As the Panthers continue to dominate, Shervin has some space, able to catch up to the puck, takes it wide, thought about going to the front of the net. Elects just to skate it back and keep possession. Barnish now looking to exchange passes. Waddell lost it. Now possibly a 1-on-0. Barnish skating back, and a shot fired, handled by McFarland. Able to get the pad out. Couldn't quite tell if it was on target regardless. Great hustle from Barnish to get back and deter the Thunderbird skater. Two is now Oregon the other way, and that shot is handled. Really the first look we've seen from Baraboo all game, and it comes off of an Oregon miscue. So, I mean, what do they need to do to get back in this game? Because there's not a whole lot there.
Well, and it looks like their bench is awfully small, so they're getting tired out there. They don't have the depth of players that Oregon has.
You can certainly see, as I mentioned earlier, the body language of the Baraboo players. Just, you can tell that they're tired. How much of that is from the scoreboard and how much of that is from the roster size is unknown, but the stick went flying there. Couldn't quite see what happened. No penalty. I was expecting one to come there. Got a little distracted, but Panthers now looking for a chance, looking for Jakey at the front of the net, though. That pass deflected up into the netting, and we'll have a face-off. Jakey's still out there for the Panthers to the right of the face-off. Taken by Cameron. Eventually falls through the legs of Karasek. Leatherberry has to make a play and does. Great heads-up play from Leatherberry to separate the Baraboo player from the puck and prevent another breakaway. Oregon is still pressing hard. They have 4 of their skaters in the Baraboo zone, despite Baraboo having possession, excuse me. Waddell with a press, and the puck is chipped up right where the hit was made, and it comes up and out of play. We'll have another face-off. Dawson Peterson hits the ice again for Oregon, with Benjamin taking the face-off. One for the moment by Baraboo. Eventually, puck finds Benjamin again. He has a little bit of room, couldn't get a pass across. He was looking for McKenzie. Couldn't quite find him. As now McKenzie fighting for the puck, able to win it out to his line mate. Now it comes out to Mueller. Doesn't have a ton of space, though. He finds a nice pass to McKenzie, just couldn't quite handle it. McKenzie shot fired from a tough angle, and that one is handled by the Baraboo netminder. Now under 4 minutes to play here in this first period. It's felt like an eternity with these goals and penalties, but slowly but surely we are getting there. Baraboo able to work the puck in the Oregon zone, though again, no one behind it but Panthers. Waddell finds McKenzie. McKenzie looking for Benjamin. It comes instead to Peterson. He has Benjamin with it. Peterson takes the shot himself. Handled for the moment. It's up dangerously in front of the net. No one can find it. McKenzie looking to pounce on the rebound. Just couldn't quite get there in time. Panthers nearly able to strike again. Baraboo able to work the puck free, though. No one behind it. And that one's going to wind all the way down. Oregon looking for an outlet, sent to center ice. No one there for the Panthers, so it comes right back to the defensive end. Mason Anderson streaking ahead with speed. He has Linder with him, gets the pass across, and I believe a pad came through there from the netminder of Baraboo. Great heads-up play, if so. The Panthers find the puck again, shot fired and deflected. Away, more chances starting to pile up for the Panthers after a little bit of a quiet period. Looking to build on that 5-0 lead that they have built for themselves. Anderson dancing, just barely unable to get a pass across. You can see the speed of Oregon is really starting to wear down Baraboo. All these passes, just the hustle from the Panthers has been beating the Thunderbirds out throughout this whole game. Again, with the small bench of Baraboo, certainly hard to keep fresh legs out there. Panthers looking to strike again. Here's Linder. Linder looking over his options, finds Anderson. Can't get a shot off. Puck comes back to Linder. Has some room, looks for a shot. Couldn't tell if his stick got in or if it was fanned on eventually. Shot fired, it comes out to Mueller, took an odd deflection, though stays off target. Oregon now with the puck. Looking to send it up top to the blue line, though couldn't do so. It gets past Waddell. So McFarland will come out of his net and tee him up. As there's another near turnover. Oregon able to clean it up and prevent a threat. Mueller looking to get into the zone for Oregon. He does. Has a little bit of space, though. Stuck on his backhand, getting forced to the boards. Long shot fired. Took a bunch of deflections. Though not a real dangerous shot fired off of any one of them. Rotier now chasing the puck down for Oregon as Baraboo gathers. As we're under 2 to play. Rotier had a chance at the puck, though, came crashing to the ice as the puck escapes everyone and comes down to the Oregon defensive end. Puck just bouncing around center ice. Neither team really able to control it as we're now under a minute to play. Shervin has the puck with a bit of space, though. He's bottled up quickly. Kyle Barnish looking to work it through with Zerwick. Can't quite do so, though. Cameron, fresh off the bench, finds it for the Panthers. Zerwick has to stay on side. Does just that. Cameron racing around the outside. Zerwick was making a run at the front of the net, though. Couldn't get a pass through. As Mueller's pass goes errant, and that'll force the Panthers out of the zone. Mueller turns it over, though. It's turned over right back. Shervin with the shot. That one was deflected by the Baraboo defender, Zerwick. Able to send it back to Cameron. Cameron for Zerwick. That one bottled up by Baraboo, though. Again, it falls to Leatherberry. These Oregon defenders just seem to be in the right place at the right time, keeping the puck in. And I believe that is too many men on the ice for Oregon, as Jakey took the puck fresh off the bench. Panthers unable to get their man off, so with 1 second left in this period, Baraboo will go to power play. Virtually just a guarantee that they will start next period on power play. As the shot's fired off the face-off, no threat. And the Panthers certainly have to be happy with that period. 5 goals, the majority of them shorthanded. What a performance so far from the Panthers.
Yeah, the Panthers have just been outpacing the Thunderbirds in every single way.
It certainly seems so. The depth helps. We've seen a lot of the depth players from Oregon come out and be really impressive. So just an all-around dominant performance. They will have to start the second period on the penalty kill. And real quickly, before we go to break, I want to remind you guys that this broadcast is brought to you with support from our generous sponsors. Bill's Food Center, Stoughton Health, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Join our team today and help support our student athletes. And by the Oregon Area Community Coalition. Parenting teens is hard. We're here to help. Oregon cares. All right, thank you all for tuning in. We will be back with that second period. Stay where you are, folks.
Panther Sports is brought to you in part with funding from our generous sponsors. Panther Exteriors, Stoughton Health, Bill's Food Center, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Join us in supporting our Oregon High School student athletes. Become a booster member today. The Oregon Area Community Coalition. Parenting is hard. We're here to help. Oregon cares. OCA Media relies on local business and private donations to provide you with this Panther Sports production. Please consider joining our team of sponsors.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back as we are getting set for the second period of the Panthers versus the Thunderbirds. Noah Bergstrom again with Derek Westby here in the booth. The Panthers off to an early 5-0 lead following that first period, and they pretty much just dominated that whole period. What does Baraboo need to do to get going here in this game and maybe just get a few, if not get back into the game?
They're just going to have to keep up. Their problem that they currently have is such a small bench. I think that they're just getting tired and they can't keep up.
The difference in speed has certainly been apparent. We've talked about that during the first period. So we'll see if the Panthers are able to continue dominating or if Baraboo is able to find a little something and maybe claw back a little bit. We've seen some crazy comebacks in this building go both ways.
And Baraboo will start this on a power play.
They certainly will. Just about a full power play, as there was only 1 second left when the penalty was called at the end of the first. So some early possession for Baraboo to start their power play. Shot fired, came off the side of the net. Baraboo now still with possession. Dosher fighting for Oregon. Can't quite work it free. That pass took a deflection, though Baraboo will maintain possession. Puck now worked along the side of McFarland's net. Pass comes out looking for a deflection. Puck bouncing around, no one able to fall on it, and the Panthers will be able to skate it out. Cameron looking for a clear, though chipped it off a Baraboo skater, eventually sent down. As we have just over a minute left on the Baraboo penalty. Long shot fired and deflected. McFarland just tosses that one aside. Long clear as Baraboo unable to get anyone behind the puck again. Lindert there pressuring for Oregon, has Cameron with him. Great work. Cameron and Lindert both phenomenal penalty killers as Cameron able to work the puck free, though unable to get very far as Baraboo back the other way. Looks to get the puck in the zone, and they do. Mueller and Lindert chasing that one down for Oregon. Lindert's the man to take it, and he'll send it out of the zone. Oregon making a change. Shervin hits the ice for the Panthers as Mueller has the puck up top. Long shot fired right into the glove of Bert Schweda. Puck kept in play and dumped right back to Schweda, though Shervin's fast. He can get there, just couldn't quite get away from the man in front of him. The Thunderbird skater able to escape a possibly disastrous turnover as the Panthers look to strike shorthanded one last time. Penalty now over, both teams at even strength. Waddell out of the box, serving that too many men call as Anderson hits the ice for the Panthers. Baraboo back in their defensive end, looking to work it free. Anderson fresh off the bench, looking to fight for the puck. Eventually it comes to Jakey. Jakey was looking for Anderson. Some miscommunication as the puck goes errant. Nieto now skating hard for Oregon. Puck now fought for along the near side. Karasek for the Panthers, able to chip it ahead to Jakey. Jakey has some room, pass across, looking for another pass. Tic-tac-toe passing, and Jakey has a hat trick.
It seems like the Thunderbirds are able to keep up, at least right now. We'll see if they can continue to do that throughout this period.
They certainly have done a better job at managing the Panther pressure, though. Again, just one little mistake allows the Panthers to slip numbers forward and find that free man. The Panthers are on top of everything tonight, not letting any mistake go unpunished for the Thunderbirds as they now trail by 6 here early in the second period. The Thunderbirds able to win the puck in their defensive end, though the Panthers will take it right back. Rotier sends the Thunderbirds back into their defensive end. Zerwick falls on it for the Panthers, looking for Shervin. Can't connect. Panthers just looking to get through center ice here. Zerwick looking for Shervin again. As the puck is dumped in behind the Baraboo net. Zerwick falls on it momentarily, though. Falls to the ice shortly after. Baraboo can have numbers if they get to the puck, though they're unable to do so. Heads up play from Barnish. Able to buy the Panthers some time as well. Zerwick goes for a change. Jakey looking to split the defenders. Can't do so. Dosher now in to help him. Dosher with the puck. Long shot fired. Rebound given up. It comes out top. No shot taken it back for Dosher. Dosher shot blocked out in front. Another long shot. That one took a deflection, though. It went wide of the net. Worth noting, Jack Clune hitting the ice for Oregon for the first time in this game. Face off with about 12:30 to play. Worth noting the running clock now with the 6-goal deficit. Panthers win the puck off the face-off. Anderson in the near corner. Trying to get a pass across. Finds Lindert, though. Lost the puck before he could get a shot off. Puck sent back up to Mueller. Mueller. Nieto. Shot fired. Rebound given up. No one there for the Panthers. The Baraboo defense seems to have hardened up a little bit, not quite letting as many of those Panther skaters through that back door. Anderson looking to skate free. Lindert able to do so. Pass across. And I believe we're going to get a hand pass call. Lindert trying to get away with one. Face-off will come now to the Baraboo offensive end. Looks like Oregon will stick with the skaters they had out there. Lindert to take the face off for the Panthers. Puck comes across the face of the net, though. No one from Baraboo able to connect with it. Puck is dumped in by Baraboo. Leatherberry trying to get the puck free, just can't quite work something out. Baraboo able to hold the puck and send it right back in to the Oregon defensive end. Anderson, dangerous pass over the middle. Luckily no one from Baraboo able to jump on it as Karasek sends it around. Lindert, great play to keep the puck. And he finds a nifty pass to Nieto, though. It just escapes. Nieto will dump it in. Shot never came on target. Karasek, long shot. And that one's deflected up into the netting, and we'll have a face-off.
Just over 10 minutes remaining in the second period.
Again, that clock winding much more quickly as there will be no more stoppage, at least not until Baraboo scores. Face-off won by Baraboo. Baraboo looking to exit. Good heads-up play by Shervin. Pressing hard, though, can't quite win the puck. Baraboo eventually able to get forward, though Panthers all over the puck. Panthers looking over their options. Eventually just recollect themselves at center ice. Zerwick Took a bit of a hit there. Shervin looking for a nice pass. He was able to get it there, just couldn't quite fire the shot. As with note, number 8, Charlie Barnish has hit the ice for the Panthers. He was tripped up there, though. No penalties called. As Baraboo sends the puck ahead, but again, the Panthers are able to get behind it. Benjamin has Peterson with him. Elects to take it himself. That shot blocked. Oregon trying to keep the zone, but it again escapes to center ice. Peterson looking over his options. Pass deflected. As it'll find Clune. Clune, good focus to keep the puck as he had a man draped all over him. McKenzie now with the puck for Oregon. Trying to get a bounce pass up the boards, though. Baraboo falls right on it.
Baraboo looks to be slowing down a little bit.
They certainly do. That, again, small roster we've been talking about, definitely catching up to them. Just tired skaters. As Oregon was looking to get an outlet, though no one able to get on the end of it, and that'll be an icing call.
Well, we have a minute. We want to remind you that with ongoing support from our local business partners, it helps make these broadcasts possible. You can become a sponsor of OCA Media programs like this. For more information, contact Paul at ocamedia.com.
Face-off will be out in front of Brock McFarland. Won by Baraboo. Long shot fired. That one blocked. Out in front by Barnish. Panthers looking to skate it out and get free. Able to do so is Jakey. Jakey with the shot. Handled initially. Rebound given up. No one knows where it's at. Puck bouncing around. And eventually, Burke Schweda able to fall on top of it.
That was a bit of a mess over there.
It certainly was. It looked for the moment like Schweda had it and was going to get a whistle. Then it slowly started trickling out. Panthers trying to fall on it and capitalize, but it does end up staying out. Face off out in front of Schweda's net. Won by Baraboo. Looking for the outlet pass was Baraboo, though it sails far and wide, and we will have another face-off back in the Baraboo end. We're now under 7 to play already here in the second period. That running clock starting to kill time quickly as Barnish fires a long shot. No one able to get on the end of it. Looking for that tip. And again, a dump pass. You can just tell that these Baraboo skaters are tired looking for these outlet passes. They're just sailing ahead and no one's able to get behind them, as we've had a clunky series of icing calls here. Karasek with Leatherberry. Leatherberry looking for Nieto, came crashing to the ice. Is now Oregon looking for a second chance. Linder trying to fall on it. Karasek for Oregon does. Shot fired and handled by Schweda. That is sent up into the netting, and we will have another face-off in the Baraboo end.
Just a reminder, you can watch this program and other OCA programs on demand on our YouTube channel. Visit ocamedia.com for more information.
This face-off went out to the blue line by Oregon. Leatherberry just chipping it in. Nieto sends it around behind the Baraboo net. No one able to fall on it cleanly as Baraboo wins it back. No one again on the end of that pass for Baraboo. Just miscues starting to add up. Panthers maintaining pressure, not allowing Baraboo to change, keeping those tired legs right where they are. As Anderson's looking for an outlet, tries to get it up top to Karasek, doesn't get through. Linder and Anderson end up in the same area, and the puck does get out of the zone, but Leatherberry dumps it right back in. Panthers have to tag up, but they'll do so swiftly. Baraboo looking to catch Oregon in a change, though Mueller and Zerwick take care of that real quickly. Panthers looked to have an exit, though. Eventually the puck escaped everyone, and it bounced in front of the net and landed right in the lap of Brock McFarland. Kind of an awkward sequence as no one fell on the puck, though Brock McFarland able to keep his focus and handle that lob of a shot.
Ticking down around 4 minutes remaining in the second period here.
Face-off is won by Oregon. Charlie Barnish back to receive it momentarily, though. Puck is wound around. Baraboo looking to get a shot on target. Can't do so. Pass comes across, though no one but Panthers there to deal with it. Zerbeck tried to get an outlet. Couldn't do so. As Rotier is fighting hard to get it out of the zone. He takes a hard hit, but is able to get the pass out and get Oregon out to center ice. Zerbeck giving chase as that puck comes all the way down. No icing. Oregon looking to get out. Pass finds Shervin. Shervin has a 1-on-2. Dangling, fires a shot just barely over the top of the crossbar. As the Baraboo defenders were closing in on him quickly. Baraboo, though, still hanging on as we're now under 3 to play here in this second period. McKenzie looking to wind the puck around, though, picked off by Baraboo. No one in front of him, though. They'll dump it out. And we'll have yet another face-off. Baraboo just cannot get any sort of possession right now with all these tired legs. Oregon pressing hard, not allowing changes to be made, and just really dominating the time of possession throughout this whole game, and especially this period.
OCA Media broadcasts throughout Dane County. You can get your business known as a proud supporter of the program. Check out our website, ocamedia.com.
Oregon had a chance there, as eventually it finds Peterson looking to fire a shot, though. Was caught off balance, kind of in an awkward spot. As the Oregon D pairing look to get out eventually, it is McKenzie. McKenzie dancing over the middle. Can't quite get free from the Baraboo defense, and that'll send Baraboo out. Strong move from the Baraboo skater. The shot fired, handled by McFarland. Probably the best look Baraboo's had in this period so far. Puck is fought for along the far side. Oregon was looking to get it out. Spring Dosher free that couldn't quite do so. Kyle Barnish now for Oregon. Jacob Cameron will chip it into the zone, though. Baraboo able to win the puck right back. Baraboo skater all alone as Panthers draped all over him. As that attack is snuffed out. Jakey now with some room up top. He'll drop it off. Shot fired wide of Schweda's net. Leatherberry falling on it for Oregon. He'll dump it in. As we're now under a minute to play here in this second period. Oregon still with control. Backhanded in, Jakey. First one to fall on it. Can't find a passing lane. Eventually sent up top. Leatherberry with some room. Shot fired and handled by Schweda. Dosha now shipping it back, looking for Jakey, though good heads-up play from the Baraboo defender, sending it out of harm's way. Now under 30 to play in the period. Oregon looking for one last chance at a goal. Baraboo just looking to hang on. As the puck is sent out, it'll find Leatherberry. Oregon maybe looking for one last chance at a re-entry. No, Baraboo cuts it off and sends it up, out and into the netting. But with the running clock, that should just about do the period. And it will. So there you have it. Not quite the dominant period that the first period was as far as goals, but time of possession just staying in the Panthers' favor. Those tired legs really starting to show from Baraboo, and the Panthers are taking advantage of it in every way they can.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a very tiring game for the Thunderbirds tonight.
It certainly has, though. credit to them for hanging in it, only giving up one goal in that second period. Just the speed and the numbers for the Panthers appear to be too much, but we've still got one more period left to play, and we're going to go to another break, hopefully a much shorter break. But real quickly before we do, I want to remind you guys that this game is brought to you with support from our generous sponsors. Bill's Food Center, Stowe and Health, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Join our team today and help support our student athletes. And by the Oregon Area Community Coalition. Parenting teens is hard. We're here to help. Oregon cares. And with that, we will go to our break, but stay right where you are, folks. The third period's coming up.
Panther Sports is brought to you in part with funding from our generous sponsors. Panther Exteriors, Stoughton Health, Bill's Food Center, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Join us in supporting our Oregon High School student athletes. Become a booster member today. The Oregon Area Community Coalition. Parenting is hard. We're here to help. Oregon cares. OCA Media relies on local business and private donations to provide you with this Panther Sports production. Please consider joining our team of sponsors.
Hello everybody and welcome back inside Oregon Ice Arena as we are getting set for the third and final period of this matchup between the Panthers and the Thunderbirds. And this is, as we've talked about, just a matchup that the Panthers have absolutely dominated in all phases. That second period, a little less impressive than the first, but nonetheless, they just seem to be on top of everything tonight and firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and when we counted up the rosters, we noticed that Oregon has at least double the players of the Thunderbirds. So the Thunderbirds are spending twice as much time on the ice per player, and it really shows.
It certainly has. I mean, Oregon is a speedy team already. They have some great skaters on this roster, so you pair that with a roster that really can't make too many changes, and it's no wonder that the Panthers just seem to be outpacing the Thunderbirds as we are underway and have a quick whistle. Again, a reminder that the clock is running on purpose because of the 6-point deficit, so this third period will continue winding down non-stop unless Baraboo is able to get back within 5. Face off, one to Baraboo. Baraboo looking to get free. Though the outlet pass was just a little too far for the Thunderbird skater, though they'll maintain possession. Dozier for the Panthers, able to fall on the puck momentarily. Took some bounces off a pair of skates. As Jakey of the Panthers looks to skate free. Lost the puck momentarily, though. Good focus, able to get it right back. He'll just dump it ahead and go for a change. No, that one skirts a little too far, and we will have an icing call. Face off out in front of Brock McFarland, who hasn't had a ton to look at tonight, though. He's stopped every shot that he has faced. Knock on wood, working a shutout right now. Panthers able to take possession. Anderson trying to work the puck back behind Schweda's net. Though as Thunderbirds draped all over him, they'll win the puck back. Panthers dump it right back in. Oregon now offside. And so we will have a face-off.
Clock is ticking under 15 minutes now with that running clock. See, there's still some puddles on the ice, and I think the puck keeps getting caught up in some of those.
That is certainly possible. Face off. Won by the Panthers as the puck is dumped in behind Shueda's net. Barnish with the puck for Oregon. Has space. Elects to pass. Finds his brother Charlie across the outside of the blue line. Nifty pass. Looking to work it to the front. Nieto, a great pass from Anderson. Just couldn't quite connect. Thunderbirds will dump it back into the Panther defensive end. Charlie Barnish able to send it ahead to Lindert. Lindert has a lot of blue sweaters in front of him. Elects just to buy himself some time. Finds Zerwick back door. Zerwick shot fired. That one fired wide. Barnish able to keep the zone. He dumps it back in for Zerwick. Zerwick looking over his options. Kind of awkwardly wound up in the same spot. As now the Panthers work it free to center ice. Zerwick looking for Shervin. As eventually, puck does find him, shot fired wide of the net. Leatherberry, good step up to keep the zone. Oregon looking to work it over the middle, Shervin on the backhand, couldn't quite get it through. Puck bouncing around in front, kicked out initially by Shueda, second shot fired wide. Shueda's got to get back to his feet though. His defense helps him out with a clear, though it will be an icing call and the faceoff will come all the way back.
OCA Media is your local community access television station broadcasting locally sourced, entertaining, and informative programs on Charter and TDS cable. Visit our website for our program guide and more information, ocamedia.com.
Face-off results in some null possession as both teams fighting to win possession of the puck. Eventually, Jakey finds it, shot fired right on net, though. That one is handled. Dosher for Jakey, Jakey for Cameron, shot fired, and it's a 7-goal lead for Oregon. Jacob Cameron has his second.
So that'll momentarily stop the clock for a minute there, and then they started it going again.
Great passing from the Panthers continues. The speed has been apparent tonight, but so is the passing. That is the second tic-tac-toe goal they have scored. Brilliant passing, just the communication has been on point, as has everything from all these lines. A lot of makeshift lines with all the depth showing. Just an incredibly impressive performance. Charlie Barnish, nice play to chip the puck forward. Nieto falls on it for Oregon. Looking to keep it up top, though has a couple Thunderbirds right in front of him. Puck eventually won by the Panthers. Pass comes across for Nieto, couldn't quite get on the end of it. As the puck will find Anderson behind the net of Shueda. Has some help from Lindert if he wants it. He'll take it himself. Sends it up in front of the net. No one from the Panthers able to get on the end of it. Anderson now dumps it in, maintaining the zone for the Panthers. Lindert looking to win the puck back. Eventually finds Nieto. Nieto shot fired. Rebound given up. Though Shueda, good heads-up play, able to fall right back on top of it as the Panthers were looking to pounce on that rebound. Talked about some makeshift lines. Here we have one. Benjamin out there with Shervin and Zerwick. Karasek out there with Leatherberry, also not a normal defense pairing. Leatherberry, long shot fire, potentially looking for a tip, couldn't get one as the puck escapes Karasek. Karasek for Leatherberry. Leatherberry up ice, looking to spring Shervin. Passes a little behind though, Shervin with speed, able to momentarily get free. Looking to dump it back to Zerwick. As Shervin is tied up along the boards, though eventually wins the puck back, trying to get a pass in front as it came off the back of the net. Karasek maintains it for Oregon, awkwardly wound up in the same spot as Zerwick. Zerwick now skating free, shot fired and handled by Shueda. Leatherberry with the puck for Oregon, he'll dump it in as we are now under 10 to play in this third and final period. Leatherberry forced back for Oregon. He'll ring it around the boards. as Shervin tries to get through center ice. Shervin leaves it for Zerwick. Zerwick looking for Shervin. Pass didn't quite connect. Shervin just forced to take it in the far corner as he's pinned down. Cameron in. Give him some help. Cameron looking for Shervin again. Shervin dancing. Nice pass out in front. No one there. Caught the pad of Schweda. As Cameron with a great press looking to win the puck back. Got it out in front though. Panthers were changing. Thunderbirds looking to work it free as a few sticks collide and the puck comes out into the Oregon bench. We'll have a face-off.
That clock keeps ticking. The time is not on Thunderbird side tonight.
It certainly is not. That just snowball effect after the first goal from the Panthers just seems to have been rolling this whole game. At this point, you might be thinking about just getting one or two for the road for the confidence because the Panthers have been all over them. Long shot fired. Schweda, I couldn't tell if he was thinking about keeping it in play or just lost it for a second, but nonetheless, he'll hold on and take a whistle. Face off, out to Barnish. Barnish in space, shot fired and blocked. Barnish now again up top of the blue line for Clune. Clune back across for Dosher. Dosher looking for a pass across the front of the net. Both teams still fighting for possession. To the left of Schweda's net, that puck escapes everyone, sending Barnish back. Barnish sending Clune out wide, looking to pass to him though. It's turned over, couldn't get on the end of it. Puck, bouncing around in front of the net. No one from either team able to fall on it, as eventually it drifts out to center ice. I believe we're getting a penalty here on the Thunderbirds as a Panther was tripped up in the open ice. Panthers back on power play. We've seen the power play already. Didn't take them too long to score the first time. We'll see if they can do it again here. Face off one to Anderson in space. Anderson looking over his options. Sends it up to Leatherberry. Leatherberry gets it right back. Looking for a long shot. Looking for a tip from Zerwick. Though handled by Baraboo. Mueller for Leatherberry. Leatherberry looking to send Lindert flashing across the face of the net, though Lindert couldn't get a shot off. Panthers now looking to get some more passing going, though Baraboo will fall on it and get out of the zone. Leatherberry forced back. Baraboo skater able to fall on it and buy more time. Panthers will win it back quickly. They now have 3-on-3 on entry. Anderson of the Panthers finds Lindert. Lindert dancing out wide, shot fired, handled, rebound. Initially came to Baraboo, though the Panthers get it right back. Anderson looking over options again. Nieto wants it up top, won't get it. Instead, it's Lindert. Lindert for Barnish. Barnish for Lindert. Lindert for Nieto. Shot fired! And I couldn't quite tell if a pad got on the end of that. I think it did. Just looking to sneak it into the bottom right corner. Schweda closed it down. Panthers looking again for that cross-ice pass to Nieto, though. That one picked off. Baraboo will clear now under a minute on the penalty as we approach 6 to play in the game. Pass finds Jakey. Jakey faked a pass, nifty move. Elects to keep the puck himself, buy himself some space. Barnish dumping it in for Cameron. Cameron, I don't think, was ready for it, though he finds it regardless. Pass out across, shot fired, handled by Schweda, and he'll get the whistle. An impressive save there. Oregon looked to have some space, but Schweda shut it down. Now with the running clock, that will end the Oregon power play as we're under 5:30 to play here in this period. Face-off won by Oregon. Both Barnish brothers back there for the D pairing. Oregon looking for the wraparound, and they'll get it. Jacob Cameron now with a hat trick. 2 Panthers with hat tricks. Goals everywhere. It is just total domination, and Baraboo cannot seem to find anything.
At this point, Baraboo's just got to be exhausted. With their 10 players, they've got to be just wiped out.
Yeah, I can only imagine just, again, with the roster sizes you're looking at, I mean, pretty much everyone from Oregon playing, so probably about double the ice time per player. Pretty hard to hang on, especially when you're down 1-0 in the first minute or so. As Barnish dumps it in for Oregon. Dosher keeps it for himself. Out to Barnish. Barnish long shot. That took an awkward lob. At kind of a strange angle, though. Schweda able to focus up and glove it. Baraboo able to dump the puck out off the face-off. Mueller has to skate hard as he's a defender right behind him. Momentarily looked like Baraboo would have the space. Eventually they find a pass across, handled by McFarland. The rebound's there, though the Panthers fall on it. McFarland getting some help from his defenseman Mueller, as now Oregon looks to go back the other way. Lindert and Anderson trying to fight free, can't do so. As the puck's battled for at central ice. Lindert now back for Nieto. Nieto shot fired, rebound. Anderson couldn't quite get on the end of that one. Nieto looking to keep the zone for the Panthers, can't quite do so. Anderson chips the puck ahead for Nieto. Nieto for Anderson. Looking to fight his man off, though, eventually tied to the boards. Though, tough play to stay on the puck, as eventually it finds Karasek. Karasek looking for a pass. Right into the chest of the Thunderbird skater. Oregon now gathering around center ice as we're under 3 to play. Anderson will tip it in and go for a change. Oregon now with a full house change at that. Shervin, nice play to win the puck in neutral ice. Waddell was looking for Rotier, almost had Shervin down ice, though it escapes everyone. Still, however, kept in the Baraboo zone as both teams fight for possession. Pass looking for Zerwek, though it comes all the way up top to the defense. Shot fired, seen the whole way by Schweda. Not a whole lot of danger there as the puck finds Shervin. Shervin looking for a backhand. Good focus to fire a second shot off, though both are handled. Shervin again looking for a passing cross, though it finds the stick of a Thunderbird. Now under 2 minutes to play in this game. Time winding down. Oregon just maintaining pressure the way they have all game. Rotier looking for a pass to Shervin. Shervin can't get on the end of it. Puck finds neutral ice. Waddell fanned on the initial pass. He'll send it back across for Leatherberry, who hits the ice. Thunderbirds will dump it ahead. As we approach a minute to play, Leatherberry read that one the whole way. He'll send it back ahead. Shervin nearly able to fall on the end of it, though eventually it comes back to neutral ice. Dosher, the lone Panther, in the area as the D pairing were changing, but able to hang on as now Oregon looks to go the other way. Looking for Dosher. It finds Jakey. Shot fired, patted away by, Schweda. Almost said Shervin. Wrong S name. As eventually it finds Barnish. Barnish tried to fire a shot up top, couldn't get through. As we are now under a minute to play, McFarland will be keen to hang on to this one. And it will be an icing call, so the face-off will come back to the Baraboo end. There was no whistle, so a little bit of confusion, both from myself and both benches, but it is icing. Barnish for Cameron. Cameron looking to dump it into the far corner. Under 10 to play. Oregon just looking to kill off the rest of this clock, and they'll do so. It falls into the corner. The Thunderbirds fall on it, and with that, it is an impressive 8-0 victory for the Panthers. Brock McFarland picks up the shutout. Great to see that from the backup goaltender. An impressive display from him despite not seeing a whole lot. Able to maintain his focus, and just, as I said, an all-around great performance from this team. Pretty much everyone on any of our rosters hit the ice today for the Panthers in some capacity, and I think they were all impressive.
Yeah, and with this win, that brings Oregon up to a 3-1-0 standing in the Badger West with a, and that drops Baraboo Portage down to 0-5-0 in the Badger West Conference.
Panthers, certainly the way this season's gone, have playoff ambitions. Not the season they were hoping for, the Baraboo side, but again, with this small roster, you can only imagine how hard it is for those guys to go out there and essentially play, as we keep saying, twice the hockey, really, that the Panthers played tonight. But they showed up and they fought hard, so a lot of credit to them. And I'm going to ask you, Derek, we do this at the end of every game, who are your stars of the game, one from each team?
I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, there's so many great players for both teams. Definitely the goalie for Baraboo, keeping out a lot of shots, and I think it was Zerwick probably for Oregon for me.
All right. I think for the Baraboo side, I'm going to have to agree with you. Burke Schweda, I think, really had a great game. You'd think, letting in 8 goals, probably not the best game for a goaltender, but he's working with a tired defense, an understaffed defense, and I really think he flashed and made some saves that not every goaltender is going to make. So I was very impressed with him. And for Oregon, I'm going to go with Jacob Cameron, picking up the hat trick. Obviously impressive anytime you're able to net 3 in a game, and just the hustle I saw from him. He had some great plays on PK, just in neutral ice, really just facilitating the game from Oregon. He really seemed dialed in, and he was impressive in all phases, so he's got to be my star for Oregon. But real quickly, I just want to thank you all for tuning in and watching this game, and I do want to remind you guys one last time that this game is brought to you with support from our generous sponsors: Bill's Food Center, Stoughton Health, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Join our team today and help support our student athletes. And by the Oregon Area Community Coalition. Parenting teens is hard. We're here to help. Oregon cares. And with that, we are going to send you off into the night. Hope you enjoy the game. We certainly had a lot of fun. Obviously a fun game to watch if you're a Panthers fan. And we will be back this Thursday for another broadcast, hopefully this one live. So we thank you all for watching this game and hope to see you there. Have a great night, Oregon.